Hi everyone, it's Andy here, the Tai Chi guy, bringing you lesson number 2 of your Learn Tai Chi at Home. In the last lesson, we learned stepping out from the preparation stance and going into the grand opening. So we're going to follow that today with grasping the swallow's tail, which involves circling the right wrist, opening the right toe, passing the left hand underneath, sinking the elbow, stepping forwards, and passing the left hand in front of the chest with the right hand pressing down to the side. So we'll look at the details of those moves after you've stepped out and lifted the arms, breathing in and breathing out. We'll go over the breathing a lot more detail as we go through. What you do with your right wrist is you circle it by pushing the wrist so the fingers trail behind just over the top of the left wrist, and this turns the waist but doesn't collapse the hips. So you're turning your center a little bit but not bringing that left hand with you. This stays where it is. So just push it over and then float it up, but don't lift the elbow. So it's the wrist that floats up, the elbow does not lift. The elbows always need to be sunk to keep the shoulders relaxed. So you pass it across and you bring your weight over into the left leg. Make sure that you don't let the knee collapse inside, otherwise you'll damage the cartilage on the inside. So turn the waist to the right, or rather turn the waist to the left, lift that right wrist up, and as it lifts, just sink your hips into the corner and lift your right toe so it just comes into the corner, not all the way to the side, really quite a small angle. So from here, lift it up just about as high as your mouth, sink the hips back, then this right toe will come down, which means you can drive the weight from your left leg to your right, bringing that right wrist across and passing the left hand underneath, holding the ball. Why is it called holding the ball? As you sink your right elbow, it lifts the fingers of the right hand. You shift your hip all the way across over the heels so all of your weight will come into your right leg, enabling you to lift the left leg and place the left heel more or less where the left toe was. So you want to retain the width of the stance you started with. Then you make sure the left toe comes down straight, the left wrist passes under the right forearm, the right hand stays level with the left knee, it doesn't pull back, and you open the left palm in front of the chest with the elbow hanging down. This arm should be feeling like it's floating, not full of tension, and your left hand is pressing down to the side as far forwards as your left knee. So to join those two moves together, starting in the preparation stance, stepping out, pressing down with the feet parallel, keep the head nice and upright, try not to get out of the habit of continually looking down at your hands, float them up, sink the elbows, bring the hands down, turn the waist to the left, bring the right wrist across, lift it up as high as your mouth, keep that elbow down, don't open the toe too far, bring it down in the corner, hold the ball with your elbow over your knee over your foot. The angle here is 45 degrees into the corner. Sink the elbow to lift the fingers. See the V of the hand comes. That means you can grab hold of someone's wrist. Lift the heel, put the heel more or less where the toe was. Pass the left wrist under the forearm, and you finish in grasp the swallow's tail. So I'll do that from the side. Stepping out, pushing down, lifting up, sink the elbows, turn the waist, lift the wrist, open the toe, bring that toe down, hold the ball, sink the elbow, lift the left heel, bring it forwards, grasping the swallow's tail. There. So we'll move on to the next one in the next video, have a look at all those little bits. The key to really getting this is not to look at the whole thing and say, well, I can't get it. Take the video, just replay one little bit at a time, copy one bit, do it 10 times, do it 10 times, do it 20 times. Link it all together. You're not going to remember anything more in any great detail than a short part at a time. Teach your body how to do it. Don't be too greedy, trying to get everything at once, or you're going to be elbows up in the air, your posture's going to be all over the place. We'll sort it out as we go along. There are going to be lots of mistakes, but it's good for you anyway. Whether you do it right or whether you do it wrong, you're still moving yourself around, you're still breathing. It'll be very good for your health. The details will come together as you practice, and I'll keep on reinforcing all of the things that you need to look for, all of the common mistakes that everyone makes that I know that you'll make. Is absolutely fine. So we'll see you for lesson number 3. Practice, practice, practice. Stand up, do some breathing, and after you've practiced every time, gather, breathe in, bring the hands down, breathe out, push down, half a dozen times. Do this every day, do it a few times a day. It'll calm the mind down, it'll increase your health, it'll stop you going for crazy in your self-isolation. Be good to yourselves, be good to everyone, and we'll see you for the next class.